Hello everyone, my name is Ruben Lionel and I'm IgotQuestions. And this is a brief response to this video made by VoysovReason. He's defending the heliocentric orbit, and I think he's wrong, and the Morgile is right. You cannot have the orbits of more than two objects for a very long time. Yeah, he's doing a very nice simulation of the orbit hanging through it of a rope in his living room. Yeah, you can have this Earth orbiting an imaginary sun for a long time. Why? Because you got the centripetal force, which is the gravity and the rope in this case, and you got the centrifugal force, which is a result of a circular movement. But you got only two objects. When you got a third object, everything changes. Let's forward the video just up here. So here we got the moon, the lemon, orbiting the Earth. And yeah, you can have this also. Why? Because you got only two objects. In the whole universe, you got the Earth and the moon. Right? There's nothing else affecting the moon. But when you put this couple orbiting together around the sun, everything is changing. Why? Because the moon will be a double satellite. The moon will be a satellite of the Earth, but in the same time will be the satellite of the sun. Right? So, yeah, you can have this working, but not for a long time, not forever. You can have it orbiting for a short period of time. Why? Because the moon will be affected by a variation in a centripetal force created by the primary object, which is the sun. Why? Because the balance will be broken. Why? Because the distance will change and the velocity will still be the same. On this image from above, we will see very clearly what I'm talking about. So as we can see, the moon, when it's on the interior side, it's far away from the Earth. But when it's on the exterior side, it's very close to the Earth. Why is that? So that's because the moon is attracted by the sun and by the Earth. So if you take the formula of the law of gravity and you calculate the force, right? So let's say just now, when the moon is on the inside, when the moon is between the sun and the Earth, you take the formula and you put the mass of the sun, the mass of the moon, and you calculate the force, and then you do the same but for the Earth. What you will see is that the moon is attracted by the sun with a double force as the Earth does, right? So this will cause in time a enlargement of the orbit of the moon toward the sun. So this will cause in time will cause the moon will crash into the Earth. So you can have this orbit, yes, but not forever, not for a thousand of millions of years, not for millions of years. I think in maximum thousands of years, the moon will crash into the Earth because of the difference between the distance which is made the moon every month, because the moon is getting closer and far away from the sun every month, and this variation will create an enlargement of the moon's orbit, and finally will cause the crashing of the moon on the Earth. As we can see on this simulation, finally the moon will do this. If you observe that the orbit of the moon is not symmetrical, is not the center, is not the Earth, right? So yeah, they will say, no, this is because of the friction of air, because it's slowing down. So I think no. I think if you do this experiment inside of a vacuum chamber, where those objects can orbit for a very long time, I think you will see the same result. Finally, the moon will crash into the Earth, and then both together will orbit the sun for more time. But yeah, the crashing of the moon on the Earth, it's inevitable. So, Voice of Reasons, thank you very much for proving that by simulation. I think you have proved that the orbits of more than two objects are impossible. Cheers, concave regards to everyone. Bye bye.